Hi, I'm Celeste and welcome to Find Your Purple. Today is day 20 of SSSVEDA, a video every day for the month of August. And if you watched the last week, I've done a 7-day juice fast. And it went pretty well. Now, in preparing for the juice fast, I had been looking at other healing modalities, and I've been putting juicing into my life just the last month. And I came across a lot, and I mean a lot, of videos and blog comments and references in books about the importance of cleaning out your system, and that we have so many things in our body, from medicines we've taken, literally it could be 40 years ago, it's still in your body, of food we've eaten, not only this past week or past month, but you can have food encrusted somehow in your intestines that was you 8 years ago. And that truly, to get healed fully, it's best to clean out your system. And one of those ways is an enema. Now, that's not, I've known about enemas. In fact, I had some as a child. In fact, I went through a period of time where I had them every day because I had blockages. And so I remember them, and my mom used them if we had high fevers, things like that. She would pull out the enema. So I remembered it, and not fondly. And so when I read about it over the last months or even years, I wasn't up for it. I just didn't want to go there. But in my recent approach of trying to look at my life and what can I do to help my body and help make sure I'm as healthy as I can be, I couldn't ignore all of the studies that show an enema periodically is good for you. But clearing out the system, again, physically, you've also got to do it spiritually. You can change your faith. I can become a Christian, born-again Christian, but I've got a lot of things in my body, as we all do, and beliefs that really sometimes weren't even mine. You realize when you have a child, if you watch children that are being grown when they're tiny and they're in a room and they're playing and everything's love and happy and sharing, well, maybe not sharing, but they're not seeing each other as different. But it's as we grow that we're taught what food do we like or don't like, what people do we like or don't like, what's religion is good or bad. I've mentioned it before on tapes, I think crickets are gross, can't even stand looking at them, and yet Selma Hayek ate a cricket taco on the Ellen DeGeneres show years ago, and because fried crickets were a delicacy when she's growing up. So it wasn't that she just grew up different in that mindset, but it was taught to her. It was the environment she came from that she became comfortable that was a delicacy, and she really enjoyed it, where I guess I grew up in a place where crickets were gross, and the idea of eating them just ain't going to happen. So we have deep-seated beliefs, some of which we don't even know we have. I know when I moved to Venezuela, I was pretty open-minded, I think. And you hear about the ugly American when they're out of the country, and it is very true. I've seen it in my travels, and it's embarrassing because they do represent the country. But some of the beliefs I had, I can't think of any offhand right now, but I did make assumptions. In part of how I grew up in the United States, I assumed everyone believed this, or this. And I was surprised to find that I had more deep-seated beliefs than I thought. So even in my 60s, I still think there's some in there hiding away that I don't realize are coloring how I look at the world and how I look at my experiences and how I look at my health. And I need to unravel them. And again, how I look at my faith. So you need to flush out your system, whether it's your physical body with an enema. I will be doing a series on my experience with enema. Don't know if I'll share it. I'm going to kind of track my first week with it, and if I stay with it, then I'll go ahead and release them. If I don't, I'll just have it, but I'm going to give it a go, and I'll might let you know how it goes, but also flush out your beliefs for your faith and your relationships. What do you believe in relationships? What do you believe a father is? They say many times people look at God in a way that they looked at their father, and if their experience with their father was good, then their idea of God as a heavenly father is more positive. So there's a lot, again, of deep-seated beliefs that you need to kind of get to, clean out, and in order to grow in your faith. So that's it for today. As always, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.